Good morning, this Thursday, July 18th. I have some exciting news. In 2022, the WEF did what I refer to as the Great Scrubbing. They scrubbed from their website a lot of politicians' names, including a lot of Canadian politicians. And as I've mentioned before, they often leave the names as graduates of the young global leaders, but for some reason they've scrubbed, it seems, totally the dates of their graduation. Some politicians they've left, some they've scrubbed. I mean, Trudeau, Freeland, Jagmeet Singh are all listed as WEF members. Freeland, of course, again, sits on the Board of Trustees. I don't know what method there is in their madness. But last night, and it's taken me 2 years of poking into the WEF to find, I found a little back door. You wouldn't believe what I found. It's not a complete list of all of the Canadian politicians. So how can I say it's all of them when it's not a complete list, but a lot of names. You'd be surprised how many. It's astounding, it really is. And again, a far from complete list, but I've got a number of them as young global leaders graduates as well, including in some instances the dates that they graduated. Now I just want to say, in my mind, I think there's a difference between being listed as a member of the WEF and being a young global leaders graduate. A young global leaders graduate, you went there, you took their indoctrination. Being listed as a WEF member is a gray area because, like, Maxim Bernier was or wasn't he, and Pierre Poilievre as well. Poilievre was listed as a WEF member for a while. A lot of people claim that Maxim Bernier is, if you go to some sites, Max had a pretty good excuse for being called a WEF member because he was sent there as Minister of Foreign Affairs under the Harper government, but he didn't address, he didn't participate, etc. I digress. Anyways, it's been quite a journey finding what I scratched out, and I'm gonna have to break it into a series of videos. I hope you'll follow along. One example, and this may not surprise anyone, Doug Ford's a WEF member. I can't find anything that says he graduated the Young Global Leaders program, but he is a WEF member. And just in a sort of humorous but related story of Doug Ford, well, 2 points, Premier again of Ontario. It seems that I don't know how many people over the years I've bumped into, and when you mention Doug Ford, if they were consumers of the sheesh, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, the story is there wasn't a piece of it that didn't have Doug Ford's thumbprint on it. I've heard that all across the province from people who are unrelated, weren't like trading in the just consumers, whatever, to not believe it's so. And of course we remember his brother Rob, who was mayor of Toronto at the time, indulging in a pipe with a substance that's far worse than the sheesh. And just in summation, because I'm rambling on now, don't forget, during 2021, all those arrows on the floor, Doug Ford's inherited Deca company went from 5 million to 50 million in sales. And whenever you walked in any establishment open to the public, anything, corner store, restaurant, grocery store, there were those little notices that said you had to wear this, and it was all typed out. 2 lines were left open to be written by hand, what municipality you lived in, and the newly created bylaw that said you had to do this. And then at the bottom it read Deca. Yeah, that's Doug Ford. Anyways, I hope you'll stick around as I get into what I found in the back door there at the WEF.